Well, if you're single and ready to mingle, you're probably not doing a lot of mingling right now, but there are cell phone apps for everything these days, including for finding love. Here's how some singles are trying to navigate the dating world during a global pandemic.
I am single.
Single, swiping, and seeking love.
Tinder and Match and Gruff and Bumble and all the apps you can think of. You name it, I'm on it.
Jared Nepper, 23 years old. Location?
In Burlington, Vermont, until exorbitantly steep rent inevitably drives me out.
Interests include
Night drives, compelling cinema, and string orchestras thrill me. Good architecture, good butts, and good grammar enchant me.
That's what you'll learn about Jared on his dating app bios. But how are people like him dating when the world is on lockdown?
We need to double down on our efforts to contain this virus.
This is not life as usual. None of this is life as usual.
It's a time where we're told to stay socially distanced, but creating a relationship 6 feet apart isn't easy.
Hinge.
Just like everything else these days, his dating life starts virtually.
We spoke online on a dating app for a week or two, and then texted for a week or two, did a week or two of FaceTime dates, and then after that started meeting physically in person before we really called it dating.
And he's met up with people, but not before the talk, the COVID talk.
In each scenario, I have been tested myself for COVID, asked that they do the same, and had a very frank conversation about the risk that we're imposing on one another, where we work and how many people are around us in that scenario, what our social circle might look like, roommates, neighbors, just so we know who is at risk if we choose to spend time together with masks off.
Jared is one of 82% of singles that are on a dating app. That's according to Cosmopolitan magazine.
Honestly, I think this may be a more efficient and better way to date than in real life.
Taylor Andrews, an associate editor for the magazine, thinks virtual dating is actually saving people time.
Prior to COVID-19, I think a lot of time people were just going out and meeting people without properly vetting them.
She says it's important to lay out everything, including what you're looking for and your deal breakers.
Do you guys match as far as political views? Do you guys have the same religious beliefs? Does the other person have a job? And this way you can properly vet someone before you actually meet them in real life.
So don't be shy, put it all out there, make sure you're communicating, and don't be afraid to switch it up.
I actually really like the idea of voice messaging back and forth with each other.
She says be true to yourself. Don't lower your standards. Don't forget what's important to you. Do what you're comfortable with.
If you are specifically not interested in meeting up right now, that is absolutely okay. And if anyone makes you feel bad for that, that's probably not your right match.
Match or no match, Jared can't wait to meet people face to face.
I look forward to a day when I can spend more time dating in person, though I know that may be a while off.
So for now, he'll keep his dating apps open.
I'll keep swiping until I find something. Hopefully it's the one, but until then, I'm thankful for every person who takes time out of their day to have a substantial, meaningful conversation and get us through it all together.
And maybe, just maybe, he'll find love at first swipe. And a lot of dating apps have video options if users don't feel comfortable giving out their personal phone numbers. Experts always encourage people to always follow CDC and local state guidelines when dating.